Good morning, everyone. Respected students, even more respected parents, respected top management staffs on the dais, respected staff members and other supporting staffs. To celebrate our 77th Independence Day. In fact, we have completed our 76th independent India and we are stepping into 77th independence year. You all agree with me, since our independence, India transformed a lot. There is no two way about it. We progressed a lot. As a nation, geopolitical wise, we are one of the prominent nation amongst the entire nation around the world. So going forward, the success of India, when we are inching to 100 years from now, another half quarter century remaining. So another 25 years going to decide the fate of the nation, and the fate of the nation will be in the hands of the youth, the youngsters who all here, our students. So when we talk about the fate of the nation, it should be the success of the youngsters. Now the question arises, we talk about success, we talk about youngsters. Now our students who all in childhood, they are having a transition from childhood to adult. They are in an important phase, very important phase indeed. When they are in this important phase, when everyone talks about success, they should understand what is true success means. Can I ask anyone what is true success? What is true success?
Doing the things at the right place at the right time. You will get it.
Yeah, partially right. Is it the true success? Depends upon the amount of money you own, or the power and position what you are going to achieve in the various field where you are going to step in a very high positions. Is it that is going to decide your true success? What is then true success? You all shaking your head, no. Then what is the true success? I want to, any one of you, just answer what is true success. We have seen a lot of people with a lot of money, power, position, whether they are really happy. Whether they are really happy? No. So the question arises, what is the true success? When you understand this basic mantra, what is true success, then definitely no one is going to stop your success. If I want to say about the true success, it is about your happiness, nothing else. Your own happiness. Your own happiness. So it's a simple word. How you are going to achieve the happiness? When you talk about, when I read a book where Dr. Martin named, he is the president of Association of Psychology for America, and he is a professor in Pennsylvania. So he wrote about authentic happiness, a book called Authentic Happiness. So it is having a 5 parts, and it is describing what is the true happiness means, and which is equal to true success. When you talk about true happiness, the first part deals with the basic happiness. The basic happiness means whatever you do on your everyday life, you achieve small things and you accomplish. Okay, that is the basic happiness. And the second important part in the true happiness comes in the relationship. Your own relationship, your family, your friends, your close circle. So all those things comes as a second important stage. And the third important stage, engaging yourself with the time. Immerse yourself with the time. That means you keep occupied yourself. You start a day, You keep occupying yourself with the time, because we call a idle mind is a devil's paradise. You all agree with me? So when you stay idle, what you say? I'm bored. And a lot of thoughts comes in. And sometimes it is positive, sometimes it is negative. So the third stage is immerse yourself with the time. That means you have to completely engage yourself with the time. That means you have to do something on a daily basis as a routine where you are getting occupied yourself as you are doing now. As a student, what you are doing? You are studying, you are engaging yourself, you are enhancing your skills, you are keeping yourself occupied from the morning to the evening till the time you go to bed. That is what we are talking about, engaging yourself. And the fourth important thing is, whatever you do, it should be meaningful. It should be meaningful. That means you have done something, you have to take pride about yourself, like I have done something which is meaningful, which is worthy enough, which is good, which brings a sense of own satisfaction for you. We talk about now people earning money, and earning money is one form of success where money is needed. But if it is not going to be meaningful, if it is earned in a wrong way, in a unethical way, it is not going to be meaningful. Correct? You yourself know what you've done. So it has to be meaningful. And the last important aspect, that is the fifth stage, is accomplishment. What do you mean by accomplishment? You aim for something, you set your goals, which should be higher than what you are at present, where it is going to improve yourself, where it is going to take you definitely to the next level, and then you accomplish it. When you are going to accomplish likewise, what happens? A sense of satisfaction comes in. And that is where the true happiness comes in. So when you have these 5 stages in your life, day-to-day life, that means you are going to be truly happy. When you are going to be truly happy, what will happen? You will do a lot of positive things. You will be proactive, and you will be positive. And you will not only be happy within, you will also spread across the happiness amongst your fellow members, your fellow students, your fellow colleagues. And in the bargain, what happens? The entire atmosphere will become positive. How to achieve this happiness? Very simple tips. 2 important things we have to do on a daily basis to achieve these 5 stages what I talked about. One is, remain focused on what you are doing. You have to be focused on what you are doing. Another important thing is committing yourself day in and day out. That means fully committed. If you are going to have these 2 important aspects going in your life, you will achieve these 5 stages. What spoils the happiness? That is also question comes in. Because when we talk about happiness is within, we are the one who are going to spoil our happiness. So what are the situations which spoils the happiness? Can anyone say what spoils the happiness? Health is a habit. Okay. What spoils the happiness is, one is you think too much about your future. When you think too much about your future, what happens? You lose the present scenario. You lose focus on the present scenario. And that is the first, whatever you have to be happy, you have to decide and you have to do right now. It is today, now, right now. You don't have to wait for happiness for tomorrow. So that intention has to come in. First of all, we spoil, as students or adults, we spoil our own happiness by getting immersed ourselves too much with the future. What happens? How it is going to happen? From now, 10 years from now, what will happen? So if you leave that habit and stay away from the habit of thinking too much about future, when you get immersed with the present, then you will achieve these 5 stages what I told earlier. And other important thing which spoils the happiness, the 2 things only spoils the happiness, which is you don't accept the reality. You don't accept the reality, there is something happened which has happened What is done cannot be undone. It is not going to come back. And what we do as an adult or a child, we immerse ourselves with the past. Oh, why this happened to me? Why all these things happened to me only? And we cling on to this particular aspect of not understanding there is something called reality which already happened that cannot be undone, and we have to move forward. If you leave these two habits, then your happiness is going to come in. Finally, before I wind up, I like to convey a very strong opinion and message to our fellow students. Habit. Happiness also comes by habit. What is habit? Habit is something we follow daily, day to day, and it becomes a part of our routine. If you see the successful people, entrepreneurs or politicians or whatever we name it, if they achieved some success, they are having these 5 stages, and also how they achieve these 5 stages is they develop a very good habits. What are the habits? Very simple basic habits which all students must follow. One is do the exercise every day. There should be a routine exercise on a daily basis. When you get up in the morning, at least half an hour to 40 minutes of daily routine exercise you should follow, which will keep you positive, which will keep your IQ level also positive, because the exercise keeps the blood flow going within your body, including your brain, and you will be highly motivated. Second thing is eat healthy. Have a healthy food and take care of yourself. And third important aspect is good sleep. These are the three basics. They are not doing any rocket science for developing some habits. They follow this routine. They ensure that they eat good food. They ensure they do exercise and take care of the body every day. They ensure they have a good sleep. And automatically your mind will be fresh to focus. And finally, when you do all these things, what happens? We talked about IQ and EQ and various forums in the earlier speech for achieving success. Now, to achieve success, other important aspect other than IQ and EQ, this is the third one. If you have these three coming together, no one can stop your success. The third important aspect is there is something called voice, mind of voice. We always talk about. My mind says something. My mind voice says something. So we have a view, or we come into a view about the world, what we see. We come into a conclusion about the persons, what we deal with or meet and mingle with. It's all due to our mind voice. When you talk about mind voice, when your mind voice is going to be positive, which you talk about optimistic. Yeah, optimistic mind voice. When you follow all these habits, you will end up in an optimistic mind voice. When you are going to have optimistic mind voice, that means you see everything in a positive note. Definitely, you are going to travel towards the path of success. Automatically, the gratitude comes in. That means you will realize what all people who have done good to you, you will be able to recognize, you will be able to realize, and you will appreciate them. That is called gratitude, correct? So you will have all positivity around, and finally you will end up in appreciating them. The sense of gratitude gives a very good positive atmosphere around you, and that's how finally you achieve your success. So what I mean to say is, I just want to conclude by saying these three important aspects. Success is not something what we see really. Earning money, power, positions, and what we see people around, like what they showcase outside. If you go and see within, most of them are really struggling within to keep themselves happy. Apart from having all these things, what is the use when they are not able to keep themselves happy? So here, please ensure that you stay happy. You will be definitely successful. With this positive note, I just want to conclude. Wish you all a happy Independence Day. Have a great celebration. Have a great day. Thank you.